I'm 6'3", and in my biggest pair of heels, I'm nearly 7 foot. I was never really known on a first name basis. It was always that tall girl, and I didn't like people looking. That was obviously until I learned to love myself for who I am. Hi, my name's Lizzie and I'm 29, and on social media I'm best known for my height, be it that I have 39-inch legs. Obviously there was other ways that people referred to me, like beanpole, like lanky, or like lots of names that I didn't particularly like. Over the years, the situations aren't directly like with men that have had a problem initially with my height. I think they've projected their insecurities based on my height as the relationships developed, because it makes them feel emasculated. I felt insecure. I didn't feel very feminine. I really didn't like the fact of standing out. I always wore flat shoes. Did not like to be noticed. My partner is 5'8". I don't know if we fully discussed it at our height at first, when we were talking. I don't go for somebody based on their height. For me, it was that he saw me as a person. He saw me as Lizzie. So for me, that was the bit that sold it to me. It wasn't about our height or about any of those things. It was just the fact that I was seen for me. He's definitely more refreshing in that. Obviously everything that I've done on social media, all of the publicity, all of the growth, he wasn't interested in those things. He was interested in me. So the video that made me go viral had 7.8 million views. I was just wearing, standing at 6'5" in my wedge shoes. I got 500,000 followers in 3 weeks from that video. And so they were obviously engaging followers from my height, so obviously that's where everything just took off from there. I initially started my journey as a tall girl creator, which obviously brought in a range of different followers. It is so pushed nowadays as female empowerment to make this kind of content, and everybody's very supportive of each other, and people are not talking about the negative implications of their mental health and the future. I've had some obviously weird requests. The thing that's slightly worrying is when people have asked to do crushing style videos, and they step over the boundary of it being just objects, and then they want it to be something of living, which is obviously not something that I'd ever engage in. I want to be that voice for change, to say, look, I could have made a lot of money and I could have continued to do so, but I stepped away because I believe in my own morals and my own values and helping other people more than I do money. I've realised that from my years of experience on social media, that the negativity is often a projection of their own insecurities, so their own inability to push themselves beyond. Always be true to yourself. Don't feel that you have to do things just because other people are pushing you to do something. Always make sure that being somebody that's on social media, being true to yourself, is the most important thing. When I got to 6'3", I must have been in my late teens. I mean, from memory, I feel like I've always been this height, if I'm honest, but I'm pretty sure it was into my late teens that I was set at 6'3". So my height, I'd say I get from my great-grandparents. My immediate parents are, my dad's just under 6 foot and my mum's 5'9", which is obviously average height of a female in the UK is 5'3". So that's still reasonably tall, but obviously not anywhere as tall as me. For me, it was self-found confidence from other people's encouragement. So I joined TikTok 3 years ago and I went viral, and I think in a matter of weeks after the first year and a half, I had 750,000 followers, and a lot of those were about my height. So people were very encouraging of it. I did a empowering documentary back then as well, which then obviously attracted a lot of people thanking me for their newfound confidence in their height. That gave me more confidence in mine, and then it just gave me that sort of incentive that that's what I wanted to push myself for on social media, the message that I wanted to send to people, and it whilst growing other people's confidence, it was massively excelling mine. From everything I've been posting online, obviously outside of people that I didn't know, not people in my area, I was filled with positive comments from both male and female. From a female's perspective, they saw me as a role model, somebody that was inspiring to them. It wasn't just the height thing, it was the message of just putting across that it's okay to be different. So I often had women message me and say maybe they were struggling in their weight, or maybe they've been struggling in their physical appearance, and the way that I was portraying myself on social media gave them some confidence to feel that just because they were different didn't mean that was a negative. So for me, that was the biggest thing that kept me just pushing on social media, was just my want to help other people.
She wants to freestyle. I don't know how to do this, so stand up, darling. Thank you very much.
Right, this is what it's like to try and kiss as a tall girl.
Oh, I ain't the tall girl, what? Hey.
Right.
Wait, ready?
You're gonna headbutt me. And now, hugs.
Yes, please. No problem.
And then holding hands.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, my hand.
No, I'm not having a bent elbow. I do this every weekend. Thank you. Come on. Come on.
I don't know if we like fully discussed it like at our height at first, like when we were talking, and then I think he was kind of made aware of it, just obviously because you can appreciate if you go onto my socials, it's quite obvious then to realise that I'm a social media influencer based around my height, that obviously I'm excessively tall. So yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise, I suppose, particularly for him when he met me and saw that I was as tall as I was. We even sort of joked about it and like stood in the mirror to sort of see the height comparison. So having James involved in my content is I'm trying to bring forward sort of a comedic way of just normalising something that people you know, associating to be different and abnormal, by just making little jokey, fun, light-hearted videos. Because obviously for my partner, some of those videos he was initially sort of hesitant about being involved in because it's new territory for him. He's not used to being in the public eye or on social media, and also it's different like having a male that's shorter, but obviously he's very supportive of like the message that I'm obviously portraying. And just because people are laughing or thinking it's funny, that or even silly in some sense, it's only because they don't understand it. And that's the whole point, is just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not okay. For me, the best part about being as tall as I am is the ability to be able to use something that I was once underconfident about to help other people. And because it's continuously recognised and it's massively engaged with, there's no end to what I can do with this from my growth on social media to help and to continue to help other people through their struggles in life. So for me, that's a massive bonus. I'm like a people person. I like helping others. So I want to use my negative experiences from my past to help other people feel confident in themselves. So that's a massive bonus. I think the negatives for me, I suppose there's disadvantages of certain things, and there's certain situations you can be in. Maybe if you're at a theme park and you're like hesitant whether or not you're going to fit on a ride, but massively I'd say the negatives are probably just how long I spent feeling that I wasn't normal being the way that I was. I think for me the negative is that I spent so many years of my life wasted worrying about what other people thought about me, and it really didn't matter.